So, I'm Canadian. Apparently I say about weird, and I often write things with extra U's in them. Americans dropped them from the language years ago because they're a bunch of cheap pricks. However, I'm not very Canadian in a lot of ways. I don't follow hockey, I hate winter, I think the Tragically Hip suck, and I don't drink Tim Hortons coffee. That last comment, however, might be the most treasonous one because Tim Hortons is fucking huge here. There are over 3,000 locations across Canada. The city I live in alone has at least 3 within a 5-minute drive of my place and over 25 in total. That might not seem like a lot to Americans, but the US is 10 times larger population-wise, so to put that in perspective, it would be like having 30,000 locations in the US. There are only roughly 18,500 McDonald's in the US, so imagine basically double the amount of McDonald's where you live. That's how many Tim Hortons there are. And people are fucking fanatic about this shit. I know people that can't start their day without going to Timmy's. So, you can imagine how upset people are when I tell you that this week, Tim Hortons changed their cup sizes. What they did was added a larger size than the extra large that they already had, named it extra large, and then everything just sort of moved down a name. Medium is now small, large is now medium, you get the idea. I don't know why they didn't just keep everything as is and name the new one Double XL, but maybe that's because it would draw too much attention to what I'm about to draw attention to. People are motherfucking gluttons. One could say, "What? Don't blame the customer, Tim Hortons did it." Sure they did, because you fucking wanted them to. Companies like this don't just make this shit up. This would have been the product of consumer suggestion. People bitching about the extra large being too small, focus groups, surveys. It's you caffeine-addicted pigs that just had to have a goddamn garbage pail full of coffee in the morning, but they didn't want to make you feel bad about having to order a Double XL because it reminds people that they're disgusting addicts when they feel the need to purchase something labeled double extra goddamn fucking large to put in their faces. And by the way, I know I say this over and over, but why are people even bitching about this in the first place? Oh, how will I know what cup size to buy? Did you know that as some slack-jawed fuck stares at a menu at a Tim Hortons, trying to figure out what size coffee he wants, some kid in China is trying to decide if he should report the fact that he got blood all over the pair of shoes he was making because he ran his hand through the sewing machine, or if he should just cut himself free, try and hide that mistake, bandage himself up, and work harder so that he doesn't miss his quota and get fired from his job that pays less than the cost of a cup of Tim Hortons coffee a day? This is a message to middle-class people and up. You don't have any real problems, and any you do, you brought on yourself. Who fucking cares what cup you get? Just buy it and move on with your meaningless existence. Fuck.